The Hallowed Grounds, brought to you by Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome into this week's episode of The Hallowed Grounds. Special guest, as it is every week, Mr. Dave Rose. Dave, thank you for joining us. Really simple, this is how this thing works. This is the first hole at the Ogden Country Club. It's a par 5. If you happen to beat me, we go to the second hole, which is the par 3. If you hit it closest to the pin, this Bushnell rangefinder, valued at $500, will be yours. We won't let you leave empty-handed, however. A $100 gift card to you into golf.
Well, thanks.
If you can't get the job done, so.
Well, how many strokes you give me?
No strokes,
No
Coach.
strokes,
No,
straight up?
Patrick Fishburne gave me a couple strokes a few weeks ago and he still beat me, so I said, you know, enough's enough. I shot.
First team, second ball, All-American.
There you go.
All right. That's a good ball.
You were there for forever and a day. I think your record's like 380 something and you only lost 115, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we had a good run. The best thing, especially here the last 6 or 7 weeks, of just all the guys. My ability to learn from them and then to watch them grow. You know, that's probably been the best thing. I mean, obviously, winning games was the funnest thing. And they reach out to me. I get 3, 4 text, emails a day, and you know,
that's cool.
Find out what they're doing, and because there's so many of them, they're all over.
The whole players are allowed to now make money off their likeness. If you were to guess, back in the day, how much money do you reckon Jimmer would have made his senior season?
Yeah, that's a good question. Not just Jimmer, but how about Clyde Drexler and Hakeem Olajuwon? I mean, guys that I played with.
You played with in college, right?
And, I think it's way overdue.
You think it's way overdue?
I mean, these guys have been making money for others their whole life. You know, the toughest part is how you're going to manage it, how you're going to control it. And in reality, you probably shouldn't. You probably should just be whatever, whatever you're worth, you're worth. You know? That's it.
Never done that before in my life. I should ask before this segment ends, what have you been doing in retirement? You mentioned you haven't been playing a ton. Have you been fly fishing, or has your wife just got you building that house?
Yeah, we spent most of the time, you know, getting ready to move in this house. We moved in about 6 weeks ago. And then I followed the team. We went to Houston once and watched them play there when they played the Cougars, and TJ hit that last second shot for the win, and I went to the Maui Classic. Cheryl and I watched that.
Mr. Rose, I do apologize, it didn't quite work out for you. I do like your golf shoes though.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I've seen them around before actually. So we'll get you a $100 gift card to you into golf. And I wasn't joking when I said we can speak to people at KSL, see what they have for you from the broadcasting standpoint. We'd love to have you involved in any way, shape or form, but best of luck. It's good to see you healthy and happy, and enjoy that 30,000-foot mansion you just bought.
Well, thanks. It's been fun. A beautiful day, and course is in great shape.
It is. Dave Rose, everybody. Welcome into this week's Pro Tip of the Week at the Ogden Country Club. Very fortunate to have Scott Erling with us, the Director of Golf up there at Weber State, go Wildcats, and as well as the head coach of the men's team. A lot of the time people are very inconsistent with how they chip, whether they play the ball off their back, foot off the front, foot somewhere in the middle. How do you teach the guys up at Weber?
So what we want to do with that, we want to get our setup the same for every shot. As you were saying, you know, sometimes people, you know, play the ball back, they play it forward, they play it in the middle, and usually they do it without thinking about it. They just kind of get over it, and it's always different. And so they're hitting shots, and they're like, well, that felt the same, but we got a drastically different result. So what I try to tell my guys, you know, let's get set up. We want the ball kind of off our left heel, our chest over the ball, and just work on getting the bottom of our swing the same all the time. And then depending on how far we want to hit it, we just either want to change clubs or change the length of our swing, but we want to keep the one variable, which is the setup, always the same.
Tom Hackett, Charlie Carlson, the Bushnell rep in the Rocky Mountain States. Now, Charlie, we're on hole 10. It's a par 5. What are we looking at? It's 591 yards, so this thing's probably going to come in handy. I'm holding the hybrid. Tell us what's so special about it.
Tour professionals use a pin sheet on every hole. Well, that tells you where the pin is, but in this viewfinder, you can also see where the pin is